And I can appreciate that. I do appreciate that. He's always been hard on me, and you know, I appreciate people who push me hard. I need that. Dad, he always did that when I was growing up. This is the way I am, you know. So I appreciate all that leadership. Matt Chief Coroner, same goes for you. I know you're new. There he is. Matt Chief Lockhart, I appreciate everything y'all done. Lieutenant Bieber, he was my division officer when I came back to USS Nassau, an outstanding DIPA. Lieutenant Christian was probably one of the biggest influences in the beginning of my decision, my thoughts of becoming an LDA. This literally is a dream come true today. Literally. I was on deployment when I was the second class on the Nassau, and I used to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning having a crazy dream that Lieutenant, or he was Ensign Christian back then, it was like, in my rack, shaking me. Hey man, you got picked up for LDO. I wake up like, dang, that's awesome. I'm only second. Wait a minute, that's not real. Dang, that was rough. I hated waking up like that. I was so hyped up, you know. And the truth is the day that the results actually did come out, it felt just like that dream. It did, but it was awesome because I didn't have to wake up. And Lieutenant Scott Eli, a good division officer I had on board in Nassau. Warrant Officer King, retired. You here today? No? Oh. Warrant Officer King, he's an awesome guy. They keep him pretty busy at BAE, so I can understand why he's not here. Half my uniforms came from Warrant Officer King. It was important for me. I did not want, not only to save money, but it's a shame that if somebody's going to get rid of their uniforms, these military uniforms, that they toss them, or, you know, it's just, it needs to stay. You know, and I knew that. And when I called him, he's like, I don't know what to do with these uniforms. My wife's on me every day about it. I'm like, well, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Just hold on. And I got to the house, and I'd be daggum, almost all these uniforms didn't fit me. I didn't know how to take that at first. So I'm getting this one. All right, Lieutenant Commander Scholars, MPA on board baton. Always been there when I needed him. Commander Janadu. You know, once this thing got rolling, you were a huge part in following through. You know, and I appreciate it more than you can imagine. And I also appreciate the fact that you let me run that engine room without that chief. Because I know it was on the back of everybody, oh, should we put a chief down here? Should we put a chief down here? And I know you held up and said, no, he's got it. And I appreciate that big time. Commander Benton. Now, he is right. I had 9 lives. I did. And I burned the heck out of them. I burned up 8 of them quick. About a 2-year time span. Just had a whole lot to learn about the right way to train and lead a team into a common goal. And he played a big part in straightening me out. I had the mentality of the football player, you know, the wrestler, Spencer, you know how it was. You know, I just always wanted to get in it real thick, you know, and yeah, so I had that anger issue, got it figured out, and it's been outstanding ever since. My career, and Brandy came into my life roughly at the same time too, and I think the combination really helped, because she's a low stress environment, you know. Brandy don't stress nothing, really. She don't stress nothing at all. Hey honey, we're broke. All right. So yeah, once again, I want to thank all those people who helped mold me into the leader that I am today. All of you held a significant role. I also want to thank all the guys and girls in the amphitheater. Y'all were always pushing hard. You know, there was never a stop. And I know, well, go. You know, get out of here. And it's not like they done any bad work. It was quick, effective. They knew I was going to be over them. So I know an outstanding division. The Atlantic. I know there's some troubling times, right? But I look back on the time I spent on the baton, and I think about those big jobs in Linton, in Storage, Mason, Carver, and Phillips, St. Jean, all y'all right there, knee deep in it, not scared of nothing, and didn't care if you didn't get any sleep home and got the job done. There was no question the best division ever. And as Commander Benton was talking about earlier, that magic, yeah, he's right, we had it on the Nassau. We also had it in the Pt.3 at the time. My job from this point forward is not just to have the magic in the Pt.3 of the ship, but I want the magic in the department. And then maybe one day the whole ship, because it is true. That magic is priceless, and once you got it, it's gold. And I know you guys will look back at the division 5 years from now and be like, man, that was a good division. We were on deployment. It was magic. Y'all gonna say it, I know it. And I hope you keep it up. Like I said, rough times, the rough times, they get better. So y'all go on deployment, keep kicking ass, keep the ship going, and keep the captain underway. All right. Friends, I'm sorry it's a little long. I don't mean to keep everybody up, but this is my moment to really thank everybody. I really had no intention on it being long, I promise. But I get to rambling, Friends are something that that benefit people in a way that you just kind of don't realize. All right. The people that you surround yourself with mean everything in your professional and personal lives. My best friends that I keep them close because I know that we have a common goal. We all want to succeed. I am the second of our big group of friends to be commissioned in the last 5 months. There's another one sitting here today who will probably get commissioned next year. And then there's another one that's only a few years behind him. He'll get commissioned. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I ain't got a friend here today that I know is going to deal with where they're at. They always push forward. I like surrounding myself with Zach Bryce, PC2 Morrison, DCC, Zach Bryce, should I say. Just got selected this year. Awesome. I'm proud of you, buddy. EJ Falcon has always been there. We were seconds and thirds together. Chief, running a pit on the Kearsarge. Holiday is a good one. Jay, you're also a good one. Everybody, all you guys, you always push forward, and I appreciate it. Paul and Ashley Cross, well, soon to be Cross, should I say. Y'all are great friends. A lot of good football times, and we love crashing your house. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know I greatly value your friendships, and I thank you all for being here today, big time. All right, and let's just keep the success going forward, and no backwards. All right, okay. You know what I'm talking to. All right, all right. To the most important people. Okay. Competition's always been something that drives me. It just has. I'm sorry. I need somebody to be with. My little brother is about the biggest competition I've got in my life. Right? I don't know why we gotta feel like we gotta compete, but deep down inside, we don't talk about it either. It's like that silent conversation. Like you were saying, I can read it on my face. Me and him, he was in the Navy. He did 6 years. He was a CTI, and he went CTN, and well, after I went to go see him in boot camp, about the time I got off the plane after his boot camp graduation, he was already second class. So here I was playing catch up from the get-go with him, and he had 2 years less time than me. And I was nervous, because he wasn't going to make first class before me. I just wasn't having it. And that's when I was on the NASA. That's why I was pushing so hard. You don't know if that's why. Him. No, I'm just joking. But, yeah, I thank you for all that competition. You're a great brother. And very proud of you. He's a Cisco networker. I don't mean to talk about somebody else, but he's a Cisco routing engineer in Cary, North Carolina. And I'm very proud of him. I love you, buddy. All right, my mom. She never let me say I quit, or she never let me turn away from something that was stopping me. And you know, she was good in adversity. My mom faced adversity, and she knew how to handle it, and she knew how to teach me how to handle it. And I appreciate that. Thanks for making me tough. I want to give you a present. My mom never thinks about herself. It's always about whoever needs help, you know. And for God's sake, sometimes you really ought to stop, you know, because I swear you can't fix everybody else, you know. But you try so dang hard, and it's really impressive. And when you think she's going to give up on somebody, she just don't. And it's like, come on, man, you cut it loose, you know. Mom, Doug, for example. Please, just let him do his thing. All right? Jesus. I love you. I want you to live a long time. My big time inspiration, man that was so much more than he ever really had to be. And taught me that something was worth doing. It was worth doing right the first time. Long, hard nights. Thanks. If you're going to start something, you better finish it. Yeah. Leave it better than you found it. Alright? Which is ironically the same thing I heard somebody else say in the Navy once. I can't remember who it was, but I think it was a Master Chief. I think it was our last CMC, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe somebody said. The first person to realize that I always needed tough love, but was always, you always knew, you know, I always knew you loved me when times were tough, you know. And yeah, that work ethic, I appreciate it. That's something that you're raised with. You don't earn that over past 20 years old. I'm sorry. You know, that's something you come up with, and I appreciate it. You were big time with that thing, and I love you. My in-laws, y'all been great. I don't know if y'all seen the cake in the back yet, okay? But Carolyn, would you please stand up? Please. My mother-in-law, Carolyn, she made that cake in the back. She spent some significant amount of time on it, and it's very impressive. You really got to start making some money doing this. Jeez. I got you. Not me, I mean other people. But thank y'all so much for helping us during our transition phase. You know, going from here to San Diego in February. I appreciate everything y'all done. And I have something for you too, Carolyn. Thank you. All right. My cousin Carol. I'm glad you're here. We had moments where we didn't know if she was going to make it or not. And I'm really glad you did, you know, because you're another person just like Mom. The whole adversity, fighting through it as hard as you can, not giving up. It's that attitude in the family, I guess. I don't know. I've been kind of lucky I haven't had to deal with as much adversity as some. But, well, I did work with Commander Ben. So, that was pretty bad. All right, finally, to the day-to-day grinder. The only woman in the world that wants me around more than I even want myself around. You know? Sometimes I like to get away from myself, and she still wants to hang out with me. I don't know why. An amazing mom. The funniest person in the world without trying to be. Right? Please understand what I'm saying. You know. All right. Oh, wait, who's there? Oh, man. Mason's not here. He's the only one that's left from that event. Brandy's proven to me that she's unbreakable, my wife. Like Commander Benton said, I did the long deployment on the Nassau. Me and Brandy have been together for about, what, a year before the Nassau? No, a year before that deployment, or a year and a half, about that time. Anyway, apples and oranges. We were underway all the time doing workups, and then we went on deployment, and 7.5 months, 160 days straight at sea. We called it the no ports, no problems deployment. And it was true. It was true. I don't know how you put that many people on a ship and you tell them that their life is over for 160 days. You're not going to see sun. You're not going to see land. Because you know it's true. Engineers don't even see the sun. Just saying. But and then turn around and come home from that deployment 4 months later after decomming the Nassau, which I dearly, dearly miss. Turn around and jump in on the 10.5 month long baton deployment. And you know what? She did it in stride. I mean, don't get me wrong. She was a little upset. But, you know, just like she was upset that we're going to the Essex and San Diego, but now you're over it. Right? No, not good yet? But I had some time in the last month and a half or two, Master Chief Lockhart, thank you, to do a little calculation. But for the 5 years that me and my wife have been together, 1,825 days, over 819 of them I did not lay in bed at night. That is pretty cool that she is still here and in stride, you know, it's just like it's no big deal. I know I can walk over her and tell her, honey, I'm going on deployment for a year next week. Are you game? I'm game. Maybe not like that, but she'll handle it pretty good. Yeah, I love you very much, honey. I appreciate how understanding and loving you are in the circumstances of being a military wife. It's not easy, you know, and there's many nights, even when the ship's in port and I got duty, and oh, why don't you come home? I can't come home. Well, I don't understand. I'm the EDO. There's only one of us here. Oh, please. That's what I dealt with on the phone. Yeah. Please, just come home. You can come home. Are you serious? Integrity. Gotta have it. Baby, I got something for you too, baby. I love you very much. And Cameron, I love you very much too. He's our 1-year-old. He just turned 1. It's been a big month for us. On the 3rd, Cameron turned 1. On the 13th was mine and her 3-year anniversary. And then today is a big day as well. And he's happy. You know, that's all that matters, right? All right, that's all I got. I appreciate everybody coming here today. I'm gonna give you your roses when I come in. We're married. But I appreciate everybody coming today. Like I said, you've all held a significant role in my life, and I appreciate everything. All right? Bye.
Thank you very much, Ensign Ryder. That was terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for attending this special event as we extend to Ensign Ryder our most sincere congratulations and best wishes for future successes. One more round of applause. One more little history lesson and tradition for you guys. Newly commissioned officers have traditionally held wedding down ceremonies. The wedding down was once quite a rough and tumble affair. It was the custom for the officer to wear his new uniform of stripes for the first time at the wedding down. The guests would then proceed to christen the uniform, the occupant, and the commission with whatever liquid refreshment may be laying around. Over the years, Navy life has become a little calmer, a little bit more PC. The price of gold braid has skyrocketed, and a literal christening is really no longer condoned. Unfortunate for Mr. Ryder. However, in the spirit of the tradition, guests are invited to join Mr. Ryder and his family for a reception at Big Woody's in the Greenbrier area of Chesapeake at 1800 this evening.